of trying different styles of food, right? And when a Caribbean style food truck reached out to me, I jumped on that opportunity. Let's check it out. The secret is in the sauce and the spices. At this one, San Antonio business, a veteran-owned food truck is bringing their Caribbean-style food to the Alamo City. And one of their options is jerk mac.
I got out of the military 13 months ago. I had originally had a job, but due to the pandemic, that fell through. So at that time, I had the means and the opportunity to pursue my passion.
Gaflie is from Dominica and was an automated logistics specialist in the Army. So what better place for a truck than a military city?
Me being a veteran myself, I know what they go through. And veterans love to eat, so we're always happy to serve our veterans, and they're always welcome.
It's a business that he runs with his brother, a senior at Steele High School. And the recipes are passed down from their grandmother. So we had to try them for ourselves. First up, the bacon shrimp.
Our golden bakes are golden fried dough with a hint of onion. We use it as a bun for our bacon jerk, our bacon saltfish, and our bacon shrimp. So our shrimp is curry, blackened shrimp, and topped with our house cream sauce. And that is stuffed within our golden bakes. I promise you won't be disappointed.
And then,
so our jerk mac is house jerk chicken laid on a bed of mac and cheese, topped with our house sauces.
He also showed us the curry wrap and the chicken wings. And he said, when you take a bite, be ready for a kick.
We always get compliments on the sauce, and then it's our chicken. Our chicken is always well prepared, always well seasoned. We believe in flavor with spice, so it is always tasty.
To see where Riri's Caribbean Kitchen is catering next, visit kins5.com. And if you haven't tried his authentic food, Gaflie says,
you will not be disappointed. Try something new. You will love us the more you see us.
Okay, mac and cheese, bacon, shrimp, sold, easy.
Yes, so I'm sure you are already babbling. And if you're from Dominica, you would know what I mean. You are already drooling. So thank you. Come on in. Welcoming our new guest to the program, Mr. Gaflie Williams out of Riri's Kitchen in Texas. So we have another PATS program for you today. Here, I am Simone Matthew. If this is your first time joining the program, and we want to say check in, Push Past 10 Nation check in. We're about 10,000 visitors strong to our platform on Facebook. So we are certainly thankful for your support. Speaking of support, we want to thank our sponsor, TDN Radio, for their continuing support, as well as Mr. Badui Financial Services for coming on to be a sponsor of this program. So again, we have Mr. Gaflie Williams with us out of Riri's Kitchen in Texas, and he's going to tell us all about how he went from Dominica to being a U.S. military man and to owning his own food truck. So again, I want to thank everyone who continues to share the live. I want to thank you in advance for sharing the live this evening and for inviting everyone to the program. So without any further ado, I know you can't wait to meet Mr. Williams. So we say a warm welcome to Mr. Gaflie Williams. Gaflie, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Simone, I'm good.
Yes.
All right.
You can tell he was well raised. He keeps trying to call me ma'am. So just by way of introduction, and again, what a great video presentation the news did for you. And I would like to find out at some point, how did you end up on the news? So really good stuff, but let's save that for later. But just by way of introduction, just tell us who you are, where you're from, and some basic information about you.
All right. Well, I am Gaflie Williams, like Ms. Simone said. I was born and raised in Dominica. I left Dominica in 2018. Joined the military in 2009. Well, left Dominica in 2008. Joined the military in 2009. I served 12 years in the U.S. military as an automated logistics specialist. I separated in 2020 and decided it was time to do something for myself. So my job at the time fell through. So I had the means to do it. So I went into business for myself. Started my own brand.
So
right now, we're based in San Antonio, Riri's Caribbean Kitchen.
Yeah, so even before we go into the food truck, just kind of tell us about your previous job, the one that you said you were laid off from that previous job.
So actually, I was selected for the job, but I was still on leave from the military, so I was still actually in the military. So
Mhm.
the all the lockdown started, and they started laying off people from that company, so they couldn't take anybody new on. So before I even started, I was cut. I was cut from that job.
Wow. So
So
before you even started the job, you were told that you will not be starting the job.
yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my, that is
Yeah.
terrible. That is terrible. And just tell us what you went through first in terms of, how you felt, because here you had a job opportunity right in your hand, and
Yeah.
then to be told that it was not going to happen. So just kind of tell us, how that felt.
Oh, it was frustrating. It really was frustrating. Um, I would say I went for a little period of uncertainty,
Hmm.
but I do believe in having multiple sources of income. So it wasn't about the money for me. It's having something to do,
Hmm.
not being idle. And
Right.
so at that point, I decided it was time to go into business for myself.
Right. So had you always had the idea of cooking in the back of your mind as one of your income sources?
Yes, I did. I always wanted to go into the food business,
Hmm.
but I wanted to do it later, like actually start a hard business for a brick and mortar restaurant. But life had other plans, so now we're mobile.
Right. Hmm. Hmm. And just tell us a little bit about growing up in Dominica. So you grew up in Salisbury?
Yes, ma'am. We grew up in Salisbury, so like I said in the interview, food was always a way of bringing my family together. We always had potlucks like every other Sunday. So I would watch my mother, my aunts, and my grandmother cook. Um, all the sons, all the cousins would come over, and we would just have a good time and eat. And it was just something I wanted to do and something I wanted to carry forward.
Yeah, now tell me if you're like my brother, because my brother grew up in a house where he did absolutely no cooking. My mom pretty much did all of the cooking. And now who's the top chef? My brother. So did you learn through osmosis like my brother? Or were you
No,
in there cooking?
no, I was actually in there cooking. So
Okay.
I was in there, always in there trying to try something. I
Mm-hmm,
was always
mm-hmm.
trying something, always burning
Right.
something. I'm always getting yelled at, but I mean, I made it work.
Right, right, right. So now here you are, your military service, you're taking temporary leave. So you're still active military at this point?
No, so I actually separated from the military in June of last year.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you for your service and for all the veterans who are on the Facebook Live with us or who will see this program. We also want to thank them for their service to this country as well. So here you are, you lost a job opportunity and now you're thinking of starting a business. Kind of just walk us through that process because I'm thinking that income would be a challenge for you.
Yeah. Like I said, I believed in multiple sources of income. So
Mhm.
I started messing with stocks in my early 20s. So I actually had income coming in even if I didn't have the job.
Good
So
for
it was
you.
yeah, so it was fine. But I went through the planning process and we
Mhm,
actually wanted a custom built trailer, but that was gonna take like 3 months.
mhm.
So after multiple delays, we ended up going out with a different trailer and we actually cleaned out the entire insides and rebuilt it the way we wanted it to. So
Wow.
yeah. So
And when
now
you say we, you're talking about you and your brother who's in high school?
so so it was actually me and a friend at that time.
Mhm,
So my
mhm,
brother didn't leave here until June of this year. He actually moved
mhm,
here June of this year. So yeah.
mhm,
So I had other people helping me at that time. So we
mhm,
cleaned out the entire inside of the trailer and built it the
mhm.
exact specifications of basically a two-person operation.
Right. Now, kind of just tell us because the real challenge of a business really comes in the beginning.
Yes.
So, kind of just tell us some of the challenges you faced. You have the truck set up. I'm assuming you had to buy the equipment
Yes.
for the truck. So, kind of just tell us about some of the challenges you faced in the beginning.
All right. So from the very first day, it was delays with the trailer, like I told. So besides that, we had to get all of our equipment. We had to have equipment that was up to standard because everything gets inspected over here. We had to get permits, and the permits were another delay.
Yeah.
So we were actually supposed to start on October 9th of last year, but we
Mhm.
didn't end up starting until middle of November.
Mhm.
So it was delays. And when we did start doing business, it was the reception to our food because a lot of people don't know much about Caribbean food. If you're not raised in the Caribbean, you don't really know much about it.
Right.
So
And what part of Texas are you again?
I'm in San Antonio, South
San
Texas.
Antonio. And they don't
So
know Caribbean food in San Antonio?
and so it is 65% Hispanic over here. 12% are black. The rest
Okay.
are other. So and I would say probably 30% of that is Caribbean descent.
Mm-hmm.
So the community is small. But
Right.
we decided to add fusion items to our menu. So we had like jerk tacos, the jerk mac. Um,
Mhm.
we had different wraps, the curry chicken wrap, all of that. We consider that fusion.
Mhm.
So just to appeal more to the demographic of the people that we were serving,
Mhm.
we changed the menus up a little bit and we continue to rotate it. So
Yeah, yeah. So kind of tell me, because here you are, you have your food truck, your equipment, you've dealt with all the delays, and you have your menu. Now what? How do you find where to go to position yourself to even be able to sell?
all right. So besides the reception, like networking was a big part of it.
Yes.
Networking, getting out, handing out cards. So before I even started business, I set up my Instagram with pictures of my food, um,
Mhm.
with pictures of my food, and I was just driving around San Antonio looking for spots and handing out my card to local business owners.
Wow.
So right now I work with bars, clubs, breweries, lounges, and
Mhm.
so basically we work in conjunction with a lot of businesses over here.
Mhm.
And so
And
networking was a big part.
that is from hitting the streets, right?
Yes, it was. It was.
Wow.
Yeah, going
And
out, introducing myself, talking
tell
to
us
people.
about all the no's you probably received in the beginning. People saying no to you, no to your idea, and how you dealt with rejection.
Honestly, there was not very much rejection at all.
Oh, good for you.
There really wasn't.
Good.
People were really interested in it because they wanted to see something different. Because
Mhm.
like I said, it's San Antonio, so there's a lot of taco trucks, there are a lot of
Yeah.
barbecue trucks, but there are no Caribbean food trucks. So
Hmm. Hmm.
people wanted to see something different, and everybody was real interested. Everybody was nice, and we made it work.
Yeah. Now I have a very engaging Facebook Live audience. So let's
Okay.
just take a minute and see who is joining us this evening. So I see we have Fred Cancel, Robbie Richards, Lorraine Delsol. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Lorraine, good evening to you. Tina Bell is here. Let's see who else we have. Lorraine Delsol say, I saw the video of a Dominican chef on YouTube and I have shared it with all my Dominican friends. So thank you for that, Lorraine. And I hope that you will also share the video we just played as well of Gaflie's food truck, because from what he told me recently, after that video clip aired, you had people travel from far and wide to
That's right.
come support your truck. So kind of tell us about that.
All right. So the whole time I've been here, I've only seen probably three Dominicans. So on Saturday, Sunday, people actually drove down from Bourne and different parts of San Antonio. So I
Mhm.
actually saw five Dominicans on that day, just that day. So Dominicans will find you and they'll support your business. They
Right,
will.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent. So I think what we can already learn from you is the importance of staying authentic, but being open to embracing other cultures into what you're doing. So kind of putting a twist on it to
That's
try
right.
to entice others. Because I noticed that you had jerk chicken, and I thought to myself, well, that's kind of not Dominican food. So
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
not.
just tell us the importance of that.
All right. So we do foods from all over the Caribbean,
Mhm.
not just Dominica. So the Caribbean is a big place with a lot of different people. There's the
Mhm.
Dutch speaking Caribbean, the French speaking Caribbean, the Spanish speaking Caribbean. So we actually have dishes from Haiti, and we have Jamaican dishes. Um,
Mhm.
we have Indian dishes. Well, you would call it Trinidadian. So we do curries, we do jerk, we do albondigas. That is like a Dominican style meatball, not Dominica, but Dominican Republic.
Right.
So yeah, so
Right.
we we try to rotate our menu and go all over the Caribbean with our food.
And speaking of Dominican versus
Yeah,
Dominican,
yeah.
do you find yourself having to do a lot of that explaining like I do? And I'm
Um,
in Atlanta, so I'm kind of confused why people don't know it about Dominica.
yes, yes, I did. I did.
Yeah,
We still answer questions today. They always
right.
ask us which part of the Caribbean we're from. So we started putting all our information on our menu. So
Hmm.
it tells you exactly where the food is from. Um, it tells you their favorite question is what is golden bakes or what is bakes. So I answer that question I would say at least 5 times a day. So I put it
Wow.
it is written on the menu. All those answers are on the menu now.
Mhm.
So a lot less questions.
Right, right. And speaking of the menu, just kind of give us a run through the menu because it sounds like you have quite a bit of items. How are you preparing all those items on the food truck or some is for your catering
Uh,
business?
some of it is through the catering.
Hmm.
So the way our catering works is when they get in contact with us, they actually get to pick what they want catered. But we work out of a local food hub. It's a
Hmm.
commercial kitchen. So all of our prep and all of our cold storage is actually at that commercial kitchen. But all of our cooking is done on the food truck.
Interesting, interesting. So if you're just joining us, we are speaking to Mr. Gaflie Williams out there in San Antonio, Texas, and he is making us Dominica proud because he has started his own food truck. So he went from Salisbury, Dominica to being a military man and to now being a business owner. And I think one of the things that I always like to stress when I do these programs is the importance of transferable skills. So, can you think of any skills you took from the military to be able to apply to your new business, Gafley?
All right. So one of the most important things I learned from the military is being resilient, being able to bounce back from adversity,
Mhm,
being flexible. Because
mhm,
God forbid something happens, you have to be able to pick yourself up and either do something different or keep pushing with what you have. So
mhm. Yeah, so that would be the top one for you?
yeah, that would be the top one. All right,
Yes,
but honestly,
absolutely.
honestly, the most important skill I learned in the military while running my business on a day-to-day basis is how to back up a trailer. That that is the most. That is the one I
Gafley,
use the most. That is the
I'm,
one I use the most.
I'm waiting for you to say, oh, discipline, being able to get up in the
Uh,
morning and,
no,
conquer the day. He said, back
so
up a truck.
no, but I mean, growing up in Salisbury with my mother, discipline was always it was a part of our household. So
Absolutely.
it was way before the military. Hard work was
Right.
way before the military. Um,
Hmm.
being able to do for self. That was Salisbury. That was way before the military. So
Absolutely, absolutely
uh,
makes us Dominica proud. So we have a few more people who
yeah,
join us. I see Beverly
okay.
Johnson. She says, "Hello, everyone." Bev watching from California. Hi, Dr. Simone.
Mm.
Awesome show as always. Thank you, Beverly. Always great to see you. Rosalind, always great to see you. Glenda Shillingford, always great to see you. Blessed evening, Simone and guests. I got some super fans and they always show up for our guests and show up for our programs. So we just want to encourage everyone to continue to share the live as we show our support for another Dominican son of the soil who is doing some incredible things out there in San Antonio, Texas. So Gaffi, can you just tell us when things started to pick up for you? So you started back in November of 2020. I mean, that
Yeah,
is the height of the pandemic.
it is. It is.
We hadn't even had the vaccines
No,
available at that time.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
All right.
So what was that like for you?
All right. So we
And just
started.
do me one favor. Just keep talking.
Mm,
I think my alarm is going off, so I'll be right back.
okay.
Just keep talking.
Okay. All right. So we started basically at the height of the pandemic. So sorry. So we started in the height of the pandemic. So everything was completely social distance when we started. We had our screens up. We were gloved up, masked up. Orders were made through our phone line, and they would come pick their food up directly from the truck, and
Okay.
we were
Right.
completely
So you
safe to
pretty
go.
much had to do to go.
Huh? Yeah. So we did basically curbside pickup. We started off with curbside pickup. So no one was coming up just lining up at the truck. It was nothing like that. You would send your order in, we would prepare your order, and you would pick it up directly from our position.
Yeah, and you kind of hinted before the importance of social media. And, I spend so much time trying to convince our audience of the importance of social media, because I think people are still thinking of social media for the most part, posting pictures of their children, posting their meals. Just tell us how you were able to build a following on social media. Like, tell us how often you posted, how quickly you responded, because I have to say to the audience that Gaflie is a serious businessman. Okay. So I reached out to him. I saw the video Sunday morning. I reached out to him Sunday morning. He responded Sunday afternoon. Today's Tuesday. We're on Facebook Live. What does that say to you? You have to be prepared to seize opportunities. Right? So tell us the importance of social media. Like, how often do you post? How do you engage with people via social media, and how that has helped you?
All right, social media has helped me a lot. We actually started from social media. We don't have a website, so we post every day. Every day we're out. Our location is posted, and the menu of the day is posted. We have a rotating menu, so it's different almost every day. So we built a following through actually meeting people, going out and meeting people in San Antonio, and they would follow us directly. We would keep in contact with other businesses directly through social media. So it worked out. It's working out.
Yeah. And the name Riri's Kitchen. Why that name?
Yeah. So my daughter's name is Ariana, and that's her nickname. So we just named it after her. So Riri's Caribbean Kitchen.
Yes. Perfect. Well, thank you for being here with us. I'm truly enjoying this conversation. And as a matter of fact, we're trying to get him on a Q95 program on October 13th, because you know me, I'm all about supporting our Dominican brothers and sisters at home and abroad, and just giving people exposure, because I think we have so many great ideas, so many great businesses out there. If we just band together, share the Facebook Lives, put them on programs, give them Facebook exposure, give them radio exposure, then it will help these businesses to grow. Now, I have a very important question for you, Gaflie. What is your secret sauce?
All right, our secret sauce is it's all house made. So we make all our sauces from scratch.
Right.
All right, so it's a tomato base. It's simmered down with an assortment of herbs. Dominican herbs. My mother sends care packages like every month. So we simmer down the herbs, and we bottle it. And I'm not gonna give you the recipe, but
oh no, absolutely no.
It is always good. It was always good. So all
No.
right, I'll give you a part of it. All right,
Yes.
so it's a tomato base. We use, well, y'all would call it habanero or Scotch bonnet peppers, whichever ones we can find at the time. So we boil those down with bay leaves, thyme, parsley, side, and just we add sugar to it. So it has a balance, a sweet and spicy balance.
Right.
It
So
goes
is that
good with a lot of our menu items.
so is that another business opportunity in the making? Because here I am, when I eat
It
my
is.
bakes and saltfish, all I have is tartar sauce.
Yep.
Gaflie, can I get a bottle?
Yes. Soon we will be releasing our sauces soon.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm sure for those who just joined us recently, I want to go ahead and play the video again so they can see some of your food. And if they happen to be anywhere close to San Antonio, because like we just mentioned, some people drove an hour just to come to your food truck, which I think is incredible. So I want to go ahead and just run the video again, if that's okay with you, just so people can have a sense. And then we're going to come back and talk about shrimp and mix. I've never had shrimp and mix before.
Yep.
So let's come back and talk about that. So let me share the video again. And then for anyone who joined in late, you can take a look and see some of Gaflie's incredible menu items. So just give me 1 minute.
94% of people
Wow.
company culture.
The video loads.
Recipes passed
So
down.
let's go ahead.
We're ready to roll. I'd like to be Hazlet. Just got to try it.
All right, so let's share the screen.
good morning. I was too. Now, I'm a
So
big
you can
fan
take
of trying
one
new
more
kinds
look.
of food, right? And when a Caribbean-style food truck reached out to me, I jumped on that opportunity. Let's check it out. The secret is in the sauce and the spices. At this one, San Antonio business. A veteran-owned food truck is bringing their Caribbean-style food to the Alamo City. And one of their options is jerk mac.
I got out of the military 13 months ago. I had originally had a job, but due to the pandemic, that fell through. So at that time, I had the means and the opportunity to pursue my passion.
Gaflie is from Dominica and was an automated logistics specialist in the Army. So what better place for a truck than military city?
Me being a veteran myself, I know what they go through. Veterans love to eat. So we're always happy to serve our veterans. And they're always welcome.
It's a business that he runs with his brother, a senior at Steel High School. And the recipes are passed down from their grandmother. So we had to try them for ourselves. First up, the bacon shrimp.
Our golden bakes are fried dough with a hint of onion. We use that as a bun for our bacon jerk, our bacon saltfish, and our bacon shrimp. So our shrimp is curry, blackened shrimp, and topped with our house cream sauce. And that is stuffed in our golden bakes. I promise you won't be disappointed.
And then.
So our jerk mac is house jerk chicken, laid on a bed of mac and cheese, topped with our house sauces.
He also showed us the curry wrap and the chicken wings. And he said, when you take a bite, be ready for a kick.
We always get compliments on the sauce, and then it's our chicken. Our chicken is always well prepared, always well seasoned. We believe in flavor over spice, so it is always tasty.
To see where Riri's Caribbean Kitchen is catering next, visit kins5.com. And if
Yeah, so I can't stop looking at that video because every time I look at it, I'm in Georgia. I'm ready to take the drive.
Yeah, you should.
Out to San Antonio. So yes, so I don't think too many Dominicans would be familiar with shrimp and bakes. Tell us about that.
Yeah. All right, so that one came about based off necessity. So besides the saltfish, we didn't have a fish option on our menu. We started off with the saltfish, and a lot of people don't know about saltfish, so we ended up having to explain it a lot. But they definitely knew about the shrimp. So we curried our shrimp. We seasoned our shrimp the same way you would season like curry shrimp, and we blacken it. So we blacken it on the spot as soon as you order, and then we stuffed it in our bakes. That was one of our plans to actually make food that was easier to eat since we work with the breweries and the clubs. So stuff that you wouldn't require a fork and a full table to eat. You could just stand and eat right there. So
Right.
yeah, so we developed our bacon shrimp. We developed our bacon jerk. And yeah, that was stuff we added to the menu just
Right.
based off being easy to eat and still having like our little Caribbean flair with it.
Yeah. And all of this begs the question, you're a formidable person because here you are, you say the majority of folks in San Antonio are of Hispanic heritage. So why didn't that stop you? Why didn't that say to you, oh, no one is going to know. I'm going to have spent all this time, for example, just explaining what bakes is. So why didn't that stop you in your tracks to say, oh my God, this is going to be an uphill battle?
No. I really don't believe in I'm a planner. So I had my plan, I did my research, and
Good.
I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So I wasn't gonna let just the demographic of the people around me stop me, because I knew I had a good product, and I knew I was good at networking, I was good at marketing, I was good at talking to people. So we made it work. We put it all together, and we made it work.
Yes, and I think a lot of us underestimate what you just said, the importance of what you just said, having a plan, knowing the markets, doing the research, and doing the research is not just Google, because many of us think that you just Google something and that's the research. But what you're saying can apply to just about any business that you're considering going into, the importance of knowing what you're stepping into. So now just kind of tell us some of your successes to date. So you mentioned the clubs and other opportunities. So kind of tell us how many maybe clubs you're working with. Just kind of tell us some of your successes. And mind you, this is in less than a year. So tell us what you've been up to.
All right. So as of right now, we have 5 local breweries in our rotation, we have 3 clubs, and we have 1 concert venue, and actually we have 2 concert venues and 1 bar.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on what they have going on, and then we actually schedule them for that week.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wow, congratulations. And that is
that's
that
right.
is all within 1 year. So was this what you were
That's right.
expecting, or did you doubt yourself at any point? Or this is exactly where you thought you would be?
So I did doubt myself at the very beginning. I doubted myself when the delay started.
That's honest.
Yeah, I was like, is this really what I want to do? Because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like I said, I still had money coming in, but I was being idle based on stuff we couldn't control at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
the growth was projected. We projected the growth,
good,
and
good.
so right now we're trying
Yeah.
to maintain it.
Hmm. And my very engaged audience is chiming in, so I'm always happy to see that. Glenda says, making me hungry now. Me too, Glenda. I could use some of that bakes right now. Claralyn Warrington. Hey, Claralyn, nice to see you. Good evening. I'm late, but I'm here. Well, always remember you can go back and look at the beginning of the video, so don't forget to do so when we get off the Facebook Live. Marshall Lawrence. Blessed evening, Dr. Simone, and to your guest, Gaflie, congratulations. So
Thank you.
congratulations coming into you. Rosalind Severa McLean. Does he mail? Will you mail that sauce if somebody is willing to buy?
Yes, ma'am. Soon. Hey, like our social media.
And I want it tomorrow.
I can make an exception.
Yes, yes. So,
All
so
right.
I think you might be getting some orders for that sauce. So
All right.
I know your hands are filled because you're a very small team working on some major projects, but it might be
Yeah.
time to look into that next business venture.
Yeah. It might.
Yep, yep. Let's see who else. Glenda saw the video on Facebook and got hungry just looking at it. So thank you for that, Glenda. Let's see what else. Glenda, much success with your business and hope to get a chance to work my taste buds. Yep, definitely. So what's next for you?
All right. So right now we're trying to keep the momentum going, and like I said, we're a small team, but we're efficient. So
Right.
we're doing a lot with the time we have, and we're
Mhm.
making the best of it.
Right, right.
So right now we're working.
Go
Uh,
ahead.
so right now we're working with a 3-year plan. Um,
Yes,
so
that's what I wanted to hear.
so your one is already up. So we
Yes.
have 2 more years. We're trying to start our first brick and mortar, but as of right now, we're gonna stay mobile, especially while
Mhm.
the pandemic is still going on. So
Right, right. And what is the area, the general area that you go? Do you go outside of San Antonio, or is it just within San Antonio?
no, so we work the greater San Antonio area. So it's within 5 cities. So
Hmm.
there's Schertz, Cibolo, Bourne, and Seguin, and
Hmm.
that's us all on the outside of San Antonio. And we actually work the San Antonio city also. So wherever we're booked, we'll go within that area.
Right, absolutely. And just tell us the importance of remaining consistent, because I think sometimes when we start a business venture and the frustration, there's always frustration in the beginning. Did I make the right decision? Was it wise to invest this money in a food truck in the middle of a pandemic?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, formidable. That's that Dominica water, boy.
it is. It is. It is.
So just tell us the importance of not letting up and just holding fast to your vision that this will work. This has to work. And just how do you push through when the doubt sets in?
It is. I would say it's the sauce for me. So I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. So when I set a goal, I work towards that goal. When I get to that goal, I set a bigger goal. So we continue we continue to work. Every day will not be a good day, but we still have tomorrow to make it better, and we continuously improve. And the reviews we've been getting from the people of San Antonio and our food, with our food, it's been good.
Right,
So we
right.
continue to work, we continue to get better, and
Mm-hmm.
it's been working out.
Yeah, so happy to hear that. Louisa, my friend out there in the UK who stays up late with us, she just logged in. She said we'll have to watch from the beginning once it's available. Yes, Louisa, it should be available like maybe 10 minutes after we log out of the Facebook Live. Now tell me, how did you get on the news? Everybody wants to get on the news. How did that happen?
All right. So it was all a part of networking. So
Mm,
we were actually at a brewery. Some of Miss Hazard's friends, Lexi Hazard, the presenter of the news, actually came to the truck, and they told her about it, and she reached out through social media. And you see, that's a good thing about social media. It brings people together. So we ended up started talking, and she asked if I wanted to do the segment, and yeah,
that
so
is
we scheduled it,
incredible.
and right there.
That is it. Because we spend a lot of time talking about the importance of relationships on this
Yeah,
program. Because
yeah,
I think sometimes when we say networking, it almost feels like you're trying to take something from somebody. But if you're building that relationship and
yeah,
people see the value in
yeah,
what you're doing, those are the kind of opportunities. And I'm
yeah.
gonna declare right now, this is not going to be your last television appearance.
Well,
I'm
I'm
just gonna
hoping.
put
I'm
that in the
hoping.
universe and let it fly.
Yeah, speak it into existence.
Speak it into existence. So,
Yeah,
the next time there's another video of you, post it on social media, share it with me, and I
yeah.
will be sure, because we have about like 5,000 between my two platforms, and we
Okay,
get about 10,000 visitors. So
okay.
I would be more than happy. Let's see, more people are logging in. Sandra Norris, nice to see you as always. So I will be more than happy to share it with you. But just give us some as we get ready to wind down, because I know you're super busy. And again, I want to thank you for taking some time to
No
join
problem.
us this evening. But as we get ready to wind down, just give us some general business advice. Anyone who's thinking of taking that leap of faith in the middle of a pandemic, I can't stop saying that because I'm
Yeah,
just thinking the strength of your character to decide that in the middle of the pandemic you're going to do this when people have limited options for going out,
yeah.
that you decided to do it. So just give us some general business ideas for anyone who's thinking of making the sort of transition that you did with no job.
No, with no job. All right. So what I would say is definitely have a plan. Do your research. And
Mhm.
running a successful business, it takes so much more than just having a good product. You have to network. You have to be able to sell yourself more than just
Mhm.
your products. You have to be able to sell yourself. So that is the advice I hold myself to. That's the advice I give to my brother. I give to the people I actually work with.
Mhm.
Um, and build relationships. Building relationships has been one of the biggest helping points for us.
Yeah, yeah. And I have a guest coming on tomorrow, and that's what he says. You hear that expression, self-made? None of us are self-made.
Yeah, we all
None of
need
us are
help.
self-made.
We all need help. And like
We all. Mhm.
yeah. It's like something you said earlier.
Mhm.
We work directly with other businesses, so we're in a sense we're helping each other.
Mhm.
Like we work with places that don't have food. They don't provide food, so we work with breweries. So people that come directly for the food, they would go drink also. So
Mhm.
we're introducing our customer base to them, and they're doing the same for
Mhm.
us. So it's working out.
Yeah, yeah. And my favorite expression is social capital. That's how you build social capital,
Yes, it is.
because you build those relationships that benefit you, benefit the brewery, and we all are elevated.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And just being reliable. If you say you're going to show up, you
Yep, he
show
did.
up.
Yep,
You
exactly.
show up, because then
I pride
it's a
myself on that.
reputation.
Yeah, it is. I pride myself on it, and I like to see that we sell satisfaction. So people are satisfied, they will come back. So
Hmm. And
that's what we do.
they will tell others.
And word of mouth.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, word
yes,
of mouth.
yes.
It works.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Glenda Shillingford. People want to always eat Simone. Thank you. So, pandemic or not, they will reach out to him. And it's a
Yeah,
plus that his truck is mobile. Well, thank you, Glenda.
yeah,
Sandra says, I saw the video and I was so impressed. It had me hungry. Boy, you have a lot of hungry people on Facebook.
good, good.
Yeah, yeah. So what is your family's reaction to all of this?
All right. My mother actually cried. So
Oh.
yeah, but my family is super supportive. They're the Johns in Salisbury, and the Williams. They're super supportive. Um,
Mhm.
I think my phone didn't stop ringing that entire day when the
Right.
video actually came out. So
Mhm.
that's one thing I'm thankful for my family for. They are always supportive. It's always
Mhm.
love.
Yes, yes. Well, continue to get the exposure, and I can't wait to see what you do next. I'm still waiting for my secret sauce.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Send the
so
address.
sauce.
Yeah.
And please let me know if you'll be able to join us for that other program that I mentioned. It's for October 13th from 8 p.m. to 10, which is 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. your time. So just check your
Yeah.
calendar because
Yes, I will.
I would certainly love to give you some exposure on Q95 as well.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, so I want to thank you. Have any final thoughts? How can folks get in touch with you if they want to reach out to you? And your final thoughts as we get ready to wind down.
All right. So the best way to get in touch with us is for Riri's Caribbean Kitchen, either on Facebook or Instagram. That's all one word. We can be reached at Riri's Caribbean Kitchen at gmail.com also.
Mhm. If anybody's wondering, it's RIRIS Caribbean Kitchen at gmail.com. So you can send him an email and, just reach out via Facebook and see, if you're in the area, you happen to be visiting down in Texas, you can visit him. And who knows, maybe as this thing continues to expand, you'll have other locations.
That's right.
Yes, yes, he's still on this mom thing. Well, anyway,
Simone, I'm sorry.
thank you for being here, Gaflie. It's a pleasure getting to know you, and thank you for sharing your message of inspiration and motivation to our audience. And we look forward to seeing what you will do next and how far you will take all of this. So again, I want to thank everyone who joined us via Facebook Live this evening. I am Simone Matthew, and it's always wonderful to bring you our inspirational guests from Dominica and anyone from Caribbean Heritage who has a product, a service that they're looking to promote. And again, we want to say thank you to our sponsor, Mr. Harvis Badwill, Badui in America, Badui Financial Services. So again, if you're looking to get out of debt, build, a legacy for your family, you certainly want to reach out to Badwill, to Mr. Badui, and you can reach him via Facebook. So again, thank you for being here. Let's see who checked in at the last minute. Andre, solid, nice to see you. Louisa, good night. Lorraine, much success in the food business. So again, thank you for being here. I'm Gaflie, and we wish
Thank
you
you for
all the
having me.
best.
All right.
You're welcome. We'll do this again.
Yes, ma'am, we will.
All right,
All right.
take care.
Yes, ma'am.